It's really tailor-made. I have perfectly inherited my father's genes.
Hey, what's up, man? I got Scarlet Nexus today. Got my key from Humble Bundle for it. It asked me to preload, but the game's only 16 gigs, so I know better than to preload. Don't know exactly when it goes live, but I'm mildly excited for it. I don't know how much I'll like it. Nice to have a big game, not be like 100 gigs. Cats aren't doing anything today. They're all knocked out. Buddy's on my lap. Big buddy. Nobody else is doing anything. They're all sleeping. Sure, once it gets feeding time, they'll start waking up. Right now, they don't want to do anything. I don't blame them. Huh. Oh. Yes, I took care of that. Nice hitbox. Industry standard hitbox. Could hover on his side. He's like, no. Still counts. Didn't guard in time. Game just crash? It crashed. What? Are you fucking kidding me? Why did it crash? Now I have to do that again. That's stupid. It crashed. It wouldn't let me do anything. What the fuck? Wow. I love when the game just randomly crashes. The soft fucking move. Why does it even have to ask you? Like, let me keep playing. That's so annoying. That pisses me off. He wouldn't move. It wasn't doing anything. None of the buttons were working. It wouldn't just move to the next floor. I hate that. Why does it have to ask you? Just do it. Maybe it'll give me Virgil now for screwing me over. Give me Virgil. Or just give me junk. That works too. Pissing me the fuck off. Random soft lock. For no reason. What's wrong, Scott?
Listen, I got the bag.
Okay, thank you.
We gotta get these new bags. You gotta fucking get them open.
Okay, yeah.
These different new bags are hard to get open.
Thanks, man. Go ahead and rest. I'll take care of the cats.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, Mom was out there. Some of the babies were out there.
Yeah, they'll eat in a bit.
Yeah.
Oh well, might as well do the harder Bloody Palace now since the game decided to screw me over. Picked a great time to soft lock. That's some serious bullshit. I clicked the continue button and then he wouldn't move. I couldn't do anything. Alright, DT's maxed out. Well, that wasn't too bad. I think the rewards are only for the harder Bloody Palace anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. Still stupid, but it's not my fault. I'm sure they're probably getting complaints about that, and they'll send some apology crystals like how these games always work. Like, we fucked up, here's some free stuff. I'm sure it's coming. Alright. Let's go see what this harder one's like, and I think I'm just gonna play something else. It definitely soured my mood to keep playing this tonight. I don't know if I can switch, can I? I think I might just be completely screwed. I might actually have to just play through it again. I don't know what's going to happen now. Do I go back to 1 or 81? 1 or 81? Back to 1. That's so dumb. Alright, well. That's rage quit worthy. That is not my fault. I specifically clicked the continue button and it just like ignored it. I got most of the rewards anyway. It doesn't really matter. I'll check out the other one next week. Would have been nice if it gave me Virgil for screwing me over like that, but of course not. Yeah, it's no big deal. It kind of felt like playing something else anyway. The game's like been all I've been playing. Nice to expand the horizons a little bit. This got officially released, so I'll mess around with the characters, see what he changed. The rewards are pretty bad anyway. Like, if you clear the whole thing, it's enough for, like, 1.5 loot boxes. The rewards are pretty embarrassing, especially since they're like, oh, we're gonna make this game free to play friendly. It's like, okay, well, why don't you have an actual pity for one? Instead of just taking out the legendaries and stuff. I'd like one more chance to get Virgil tomorrow. And then something else is going to be dropping. I assume it's going to be Beowulf, because when you did the Bloody Palace last week, you got that skin, but then it tells you can't use it because the weapon's not available yet. So I assume that's what it's going to be. Hopefully they allow you to just buy it like they did in the last beta. So I think the loot box system in that game is probably the only really bad part about it. Gameplay-wise, it's really solid. Monetization is questionable. Hey, Archie. What's up, man? Yeah, your grandpa's here. Let me turn on the camera. Here's Buddy. And here's Archie. Hey, guys. I'm glad I switched games. Seems like it. I only showed up when I switched games. Well, yeah, Pinnacle of Combat screwed me over today, guys. Oh, Oliver, are you going to come up here too? It's a little crowded up here right now. He's thinking about it. Limited vacancy. His father figure is here, Buddy. Oh, pretty high chance he's going to come up here too. I don't know how Archie is comfortable. Look at him. Look at him. He's like, he's got the bottom of his back on the arm of the chair. And then Buddy is a big boy. He's taking up like most of my body right now. And Archie's over here. You were more comfortable where you were. I don't know why you came up here. Weirdo. He's knocked out though. He's comfy somehow. Hey, Groupie came in? Hey, Groupie! Groupie has entered the building. Groupie! Yeah, he released it officially a couple days ago. So I haven't really gotten around to playing it. Groupie! I don't see her. Where is she? Groupie! Well, there's not much room for her anyway. I have no vacancy right now. There are two of them on me right now. Where's the kitties? They're right here. They're right here. They're right here. Buddy. Buddy's here. And then Archie. I can't move right now. I am completely immobilized. And Groupie just came in, but I don't know where she is. Yeah, it's about 45 minutes until they eat, so they start to show up around this time. They've been pretty lazy today. I was here earlier. It's been very hot here, so they don't want to do much during the day. Nighttime, they start to get more active. Damn, just raw super. All right. All right, time for my turn. Or not. Your buddy Donovan saved you. Messed up again. Definitely doing supers a lot more than he did before. Garcia, get out of the way. There we go. Oh, see, Lucy's here. Lily just came in. Right on cue. Usually around 9 o'clock, they start to show up because they know it's almost feeding time. Hey, Archie. I have to pause until he figures out where he's going to sit. I don't know how you're comfortable like this. I was about to get up too. Now I'm imprisoned. Pick up the food, you idiot! Thank you. I'm feeling really cramped here. They've completely taken over my body. I can't move. Oh, Groupie's here too. Now there's about to be 3 cats up here. She's drinking water right now. She's been outside all day. Glad she's responsible enough to drink water. Hi, Groupie. Groupie. She looked up here. It's like, there's no vacancy. Yeah, you got here too late. Come on up. There's room. A little bit of room. You want to make me suffer more? Want to increase my suffering? Come on up. He's thinking about it. Increase my suffering. Come on up. Boss Syndrome, Ignis, and Original Zero. Boy, they don't know when to chill, do they? The last one just ended last week. What? Like, the people who play this don't have infinite money. Like, chill a bit. I mean, supposedly it's coming with an actual update, but man, that's crazy. Especially anybody at Endgame, you need to get them like 4 times. 4 copies of each for them to be usable. That's why they're giving these free rubies away, so they try to get you addicted, because you know, once you get them once, you're not done. You need more copies of them. I don't think I'm gonna fall for it this time. I don't particularly like either of those characters either. I like Kyo and Iori, obviously, but I don't know. Ignis, never really cared for him that much. I'm sure they're gonna make him so busted that you'll have to get him. So that's how they run this game now. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do it. Depends on what Pinnacle of Combat drops. If Beowulf comes out, I'd rather spend money on that. I've been playing this less and less. Oh. Actually, yeah, they are supposed to drop with an update. I just wonder if it's actually going to be anything good. I do feel like they're winding this game down. It really does feel that way. So it's just like, let's just put out the same character model, but with different moves, and call it a new character, and then give them such busted stuff that you can't help but get them if you care about doing endgame content. That's really what it feels like. The Kyo and Iori models are exactly the same. They didn't change them at all. The only thing that's different is the moves they have. They put a lot of effort into their extra moves and stuff, but the character model is exactly the same. I guess it doesn't cost much to run. That's one thing about it. I saw like their earnings report. This game accounts for 3% of their revenue. But then you look at Marvel Future Fight, which supposedly is only like 5% or something. We know that game makes a ton of money. If anything, Marvel Future Fight is more likely to shut down than this, because this is a much cheaper license. And SNK is licensing out their stuff to like anybody who's even like remotely capable of making a game. It's probably not that expensive to maintain, especially since they're not doing collaborations with like non-Netmarble or SNK stuff anymore. That's what was it called? 7 Sins? The only reason they did that one is because they have the license for it. They have another game with just that IP. That doesn't count. Like, they're not going to do anything like Tekken or WWE again, I'm pretty sure. It's more likely they'll do like Metal Slug or some other Netmarble property. Oh, well, I had fun with it while it lasted. If it dies, it dies. I already knew I was gonna like be playing this less and less. Apparently, this company doesn't shut down games though. Like they'll just leave them up in maintenance mode, kind of like how PSO2 is right now. And I mean, they're not even making new character models anymore. That's the thing. Maya and Athena, they did have new character models. You could tell they put some work into them. And it was like, it felt more worthwhile to get them. But Kyo's the exact same model. Well, ate my super. I'm gonna reset that. That's some bullshit. I heard the super flash, and there's like just nope. It's mad. I'm talking about the potential winding down of this game. It's kept me occupied for 2 years. Definitely spent my fair share on it, but it's been fun to play between other things. This month I haven't been playing it much because Pinnacle came out and then New Genesis and then all these other games. But I was kind of planning on winding this game down anyway and playing it less. Mostly the reason I've been playing it still is because convenience. I'm over here until 10:15. This game resets at 9, so I'm always going to be here at work. I feel like if I didn't have this job, I probably would have stopped playing. a shame. People actually wanted Tekken to come back, because those characters have been power crept pretty hard. Ironically, the card set that they came with is like, some people still use it, but the characters are completely power crept now. Some people like want Tekken to come back and get like power crept versions and stuff, but I don't think this game makes enough money. I have my doubts that it will happen. I'm not big on Tekken myself, so it doesn't really bother me, but it is pretty crazy how almost all the collaborations except for Seven Knights have been power crept so badly that they're not even used anymore. It's pretty much just The Rock. The guy with the pillow from that, what's it called, Seven Sins? That's basically it. And then some of the cards are still busted and they haven't put like any kind of non-licensed replacement in. But the characters themselves are like barely used anymore. Samurai Showdown 2. Remember when everybody was trying to get the Gintama characters? I think like only one of them is used. Only one of them is still relevant. If you got the cards, then that was a very wise investment. But the characters, nope. They've been power crept. I don't particularly mind it though. I always found it weird that like the best characters in this game are not King of Fighters characters. For the longest time, that's how it was. It kind of really conditioned people to like not go for KOF characters because the collaborations were way stronger. But then they realized that nobody was spending money between collaborations, so now they've changed it, which is smart because they put out a lot of KOF characters last year. Most of them are useless. The collaboration characters were better in every way. So I think that's why they keep putting out all these broken boss characters and stuff. Because they get people to spend money. Whereas before, people were like saving up for months between collabs, which probably kills their earnings. People had like, I think like when Athena and Mai came out, people had like tens of thousands of rubies. Because trying to get the random KOF characters they added wasn't really smart. Now they're trying to make it so that people can't save up. They keep putting out these characters with shit rates, and you need like 4 copies of them to be useful. Basically making it impossible to get them without spending money. The dev team in this game does a pretty good job. I just feel like they get held back by, you know, what the suits want. It's basically been impossible to save up on this game at all. They've made it impossible. Because they put out busted characters every month now. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that's why King of Fighters characters are like actually relevant in this game again, because they don't want to shell out for like an actual good collaboration like Tekken again. And it was stopping people from spending money. That's the real reason. They don't want people saving up for months anymore. They want people to spend consistently. I think the problem they face now is that the current characters are so busted. Geese is like, he has to be like top 3 characters in the game. Like, how much more busted can they make them? That's what I'm curious about if I keep playing this game. It did always rub me the wrong way how KOF characters are mostly useless. What's up, Shakespeare? These fights are basically just, it's how you build a team. It's how you build a team. There's no skill on these boss fights at all because they're in hyper armor all the time. And you have to hit certain gimmicks to do damage to them. But these characters have like 15-second long supers. And they hit the damage debuff for him, so he doesn't stand a chance. It used to take a lot more thought to do this kind of thing. But ever since they added these characters, let's get this crotch bodied right now. He's dead. He's done. GG. Shakespeare, I was just talking about how KOF characters actually mean something in this game now. They did before, for the longest time. The collaboration characters were like leap and bounds better, to the point where it didn't feel like KOF anymore, but now it's like KOF characters actually mean something now. It's just they're putting out 2 more characters next week. The last one just ended. And they're already putting out 2 more. They basically have made it so you can't save up in this game anymore. You have to spend money. And that's what's kind of pushing me away from it, is now I'm playing New Genesis and Pinnacle of Combat. I don't have the time and disposable income to like play 3 service games at once. Yeah, Ignis and Original Zero Boss Syndrome are coming out next week. They give you like no time to save up at all. I'm gonna have like maybe 13,000 rubies by the time they come out. I'd be lucky to get them once. But the problem with this game is people wisened up to their tricks and they stopped spending money on KOF characters, because if you actually wanted to play the end game content, it made way more sense to just wait for collab characters, because they were so busted and so much easier to develop, like to build up and stuff. But then they realized nobody was spending money for months, so now they're doing broken characters every month. And if you're actually at the end game, you need 4 copies of them, which, unless you have like lottery winning luck, you're gonna have to spend money. And I'm kind of getting tired of it. It's kind of pushing me away. Well, the problem was they kept doing collaborations, and the collaboration characters were so much better than the KOF characters for like over a year. And they were a lot easier to build up to. Like if you spent on a collaboration character, you could max them out in like a couple minutes if you had the right stuff. KOF characters took way more effort to max out, and they were worse. But like I said, they put out like an earnings report recently, and KOF All Star makes like 3% of their revenue for the year, so it makes like basically nothing. Obviously, Netmarble has like a million games running at once, so that's still a lot of money. But it gives me the assumption that they're not going to do like big collaborations like Tekken anymore. And that Zoomer anime Seven Deadly Sins does not count because they already have the license for that. They have their own Seven Sins game. That's the only reason that one happened. It's just why it seems like it's such a random collaboration, which it is. The only reason it happened is because they already had the license, so it cost them nothing to put them in there. But they're not going to do like Tekken or Gintama or WWE ever again, most likely. So now it's like the meta has shifted. KOF characters are actually useful again. But the problem is they put them out every fucking month. And for a month, if you do your dailies every day and you do your weekly reset, that's like 2,500 rubies a week. And they're giving like a month between them. Not even a month. It's like 2 weeks this time. That means you would have about 5,000, which is about 6 10 pulls. Yeah. It feels like desperation, but what it really is they're trying to encourage spending because people weren't spending money because it made more sense to spend like to save up for like months between collaborations and just get everything, and then you basically didn't have to spend any money on the game at all because they would add like random like ruby trap characters designed to like make you want to spend money, but they're like not really worth it because they're not good, and they don't want to do that anymore. They want you to be spending constantly. Because KOF All Star is pretty generous with free currency. If you saved up for like 3 months, you could probably pity like twice on one of those banners and like not spend any money at all. But then they realized it was making people not spend. They don't want people to have like 50,000 rubies. They still do the story, but they don't do it that often. And I think the reason for that is because it gives free rubies. I'm just curious how Pinnacle of Combat is going to develop because they don't have the usual service game thing where they can have like dozens of characters to choose from. And the other Capcom sanctioned game that's not made by Capcom, which is Rockman X Dive, they had that problem from the start. Mega Man does not have that many active combatants. I don't know if you've ever noticed, but they have like maybe 15 characters that could actually feasibly fight without it being too far-fetched. But like when the game came out, they already had like fucking Pallet and Cinnamon in there. Like, who cares about them? Those are nobodies. So I'm curious how Pinnacle of Combat is going to develop, because they don't have a large... DMC doesn't have that many characters to begin with. Realistically, they've got like maybe this year covered. You know, they can add like Lucia and Nero and V, but then after that, they're going to have to start like really grasping for straws. But the fact that they have the legendary system in the game, I think it gives them a lot more leeway than you would think on paper. Because in a character action game, a moveset is content. Most gacha games, you know, you have like a really paltry, shitty moveset. But if you had like just a weapon, that's a huge amount of content. So I'm interested to see what they're going to do. But I definitely do think their work's cut out for them. Just like Mega Man X Dive, like one of the characters in that game is literally just Zero in a lab coat. Because they don't have like a massive amount of characters to draw from. The KOF definitely, All-Star definitely does have that luxury. You know, there's like 100 KOF characters. And they've been doing like seasonal versions of them and shit. And now they're doing the busted versions. It's a really good game, yeah, but the monetization needs a ton of work. Gameplay-wise, it's better than anything else on the market right now. Way better than stuff like Genshin Impact. Dude, just stab Graham right now, dude. Just stab him. Yeah, and the fact that it's like a legit character action game, it helps because the foundation of the game is... The foundation of the game is like actual gameplay. I heard copies of this are like $200 now because of the Netflix show. I believe it. This game was not that popular when it came out either. Apparently, it only sold 300,000 copies. I had a copy. I remember I was like 16 when this came out. I bought it with my own money. I took the bus to the mall and bought it. I was so happy. I was playing it on the way home. But apparently not everybody was like me. Well, the thing that makes the claim Solias broken in this game is the fact that it uses the great sword animation in this, which is like super fast, and the hitbox on it is like half the screen. And the drawback of it is supposed to be the long recovery after you attack them. But when you jump, you cancel that completely. So it outdamages everything else in the game by like a ridiculous margin. They fixed that in they fixed that in the sequel. In the sequel, it sucks because they actually gave it a realistic animation for how big it is. It's a lot slower. I would imagine the Advanced Collection is real. The fact that it's being done by M2 is a good thing. M2 does the best ports. I think the problem they'll face is that people are going to ask for the DS ones, and that's a lot harder to do because barely anybody has the balls to try to emulate a DS game. That's why you pay for Drastic on here.
Adrian, if you keep down a little bit, I'm
Okay, yeah, I'm almost done, man.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, I think it's only going to have the Game Boy games, and that's it. It's probably not going to have DS. I would be shocked if it had the DS games. The problem is that's what everybody's going to want. So even if they're perfect ports, if it doesn't have all 6 games, it's going to be a failure to people. But those games do deserve ports, and they're not easy to play legally right now because the Netflix show jacked up the prices of everything. We'll see, though. I'll definitely do port reviews of those when they come out, as I've played all of those games to death. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and find Big Daddy, and my neighbor's brother needs to sleep. So, let's see. What do I feel like doing tonight? I don't know. I might try some more demos or something. I'll see you guys later.